I never thought I would live in a life where my grandson was murdered, and I definitely didn't think that I would be sitting at the table with my grandson's murderer and know exactly in my heart who did it. So, since you seem so confident in taking Sal's life, which I could never condone no matter what the circumstances are, why didn't you? Since you had him right then and there, and since you believe that he is the killer, why didn't you just end him? There's always that 1% chance that I'm wrong. I do have these visions where I see the final moments of Sal's life in his eyes, Jonathan as well, and then right after that, the real killer comes forward with the police or something. Things like this, you can't have any doubt. Again, I don't think you should be killing anyone. I know you're capable of it. I believe you when you say it. But I don't condone it. And also, what would make you lose the doubt? You know, what would stop you from doubting that Sal did it? What's going to take my doubt away is seeing their DNA on Junior's bib. That will confirm to me who did it. I won't need anything else after that. Well, I kind of believe that you just know who did it. I believe you trust your instincts so much so that you don't even need the bib. I feel like there is something else that stopped you from taking Sal's life in that moment. So I know you're impulsive. And when you believe something, you believe something. So what stopped you otherwise? You know what, there was something else preventing me from strangling Salvatore. I had these brief flashes of rage where I wanted to. Oh, I wanted to. Because my gut, unfortunately, tells me that he was hired by Jonathan, and the timeline of the wedding, everything. There's no denying, in a way, that he did this. And I just wanted to leap over the table and end him right there. But as much as this is hard for me to admit, there is part of me that knows once Sal is dead, I am alone for the rest of my life. I know that. Well, unfortunately, if loneliness is the only thing stopping you from killing Sal, it's inevitable that you're not going to have him in your life. Whether you kill him or something else happens, the other most likely option here is that he's going to get caught for what he did to my nephew. And he's going to go to prison forever. So no matter what, it's not going to be you and him on a rocking chair in your later years. I don't think this doubt will ever go away with you. I know. Damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. There is no changing what his future is if he did do this. But I guess I am torn between love and vengeance. Maybe when I see his DNA on the bib, I will no longer feel any inkling of love. But I can't sit here and deny that I am scared to live the rest of my life alone. At least with my grandkid. I had something to look forward to. And I know that's a terrible thing to say, and it's rather insecure, but who am I going to date after this? I am uncomfortable with myself. I hate being alone. I can admit that, and I am not going to lean on you, and I'm not going to lean on Joey. I never wanted to be one of those parents who ruined their children's adulthood because they were too needy. I've been there, done that, and I won't do it again. So in a way, I am just afraid of letting Sal go. Even though what he did was heinous. Alright, well, no matter what, you don't need to fear loneliness, because I'm not going to be one of those daughters that starts a life and moves away. I know how much you need me, and vice versa. I don't want you to spend your later years without your daughter, even if I don't give you a grandkid. Well, on the bright side, if I do wind up killing Salvatore, Jonathan, and Brian, I will be sent away to a nice, cozy prison where I won't be alone. I will be surrounded by vicious inmates who may turn my lights off quicker than I expected. I don't want you to talk like that. I don't want to imagine you in jail like Miranda's mom. Prison. For the rest of whatever. I'd rather just imagine you having your morning coffee and us sharing in the grief of a lost family member. It's better than cashing in on revenge. I'm just trying to be realistic, Gabby, because I know you think that I'm being facetious when I say that I'm going to kill Salvatore, but there's nothing facetious or exaggeratory about anything that I'm saying. I want Junior to look down on me from heaven and know that even though his grandmother was terrible to his mom and very demanding over the years, and yes, a witch, I want him to see that it was his grandma who took down his killers with her hands. Forget being realistic. It sucks.
Hey Tiffany, sweetheart, I have to travel to Ohio for work, so I'll be gone a couple days or so. Not too long, don't worry. Keep in touch.
You've been traveling a lot for work lately, a lot more than usual.
Yeah, well, that should show you that business is picking up, business is good. When I'm traveling, when I'm on the road, that is a positive sign. And I wouldn't have it any other way, and you know that's the nature of the beast with my career, you know? What's the phrase? Separation makes the heart grow fonder.
You're actually going to work, right? Like you're actually traveling to some shop somewhere, and you're not just out, maybe, I don't know, looking for your daughter, possibly.
Here we go. Why would you ask me something like that? Yeah. Going to work. Going to Ohio for work. You know, there's cars everywhere in the country. It's the beauty of my job. There's potential for shops everywhere. There's guest spots in certain mechanic shops. And why am I explaining this to you?
It's one thing to lie to me, right, in your relationship, but lying to other people in this type of situation isn't going to lead to a good outcome. Although I don't think it's going to lead to a good outcome either if you continue to lie to me. If you're going to go look for your daughter, at least tell me.
I'm still going to work in Ohio, but I want to point something out, that when I said that I was going to go look for Charlotte, or when I was pulling my hair out over that, you had an issue with me doing that. You know, you had an issue with me traveling. You told me, to my eyes, to not look for her anymore. So, with all due respect, Tiffany, I love you with all my heart. Don't want to start anything, but you are the one who makes it difficult for me to admit that, you know, maybe I do want to look for her at times. You turn it into a big problem. So, of course, I'm going to be hesitant to tell you things regarding Charlotte, my daughter.
Well, I'm kind of at the point where I know that no matter what I say or do, you're still going to go look for her. Even though I don't necessarily think that she is your daughter.
kind of crazy how I always have to tiptoe around my words and not offend you. But you're allowed to look me in my eyes once more and tell me that I am not the father of my daughter. Without me standing here and saying I'm offended by that. Which I guess I'm not, because I love you. And I'm okay with you being open with me and saying things like that. I just find it funny that it's not a two-way street. I want to know what you're talking about, though, about the lies to other people. Who else am I lying to? Well, why are you making me out to be this villain all of a sudden?
I was talking about other people and lies because if she's not your daughter and I'm right about the paternity test that you're concealing the results, it's wrong. Very wrong. Morally wrong. To keep those results from someone like Joey. To keep those results from someone like Miranda. To keep those results from someone like Mill, who just lost her grandchild and may be wishing she still had one.
To anyone else, okay, you're right. It is wrong. But in the past, what the hell have those people done for me? Miranda left with my daughter. Joey and I have always been enemies, and his mother ain't no better. None of those people deserve the good side of me.
What happened to the version of you that just wanted to do good? Whether or not you received it back. That's not why we do good things or morally good. There's plenty of parents out there at my job that treat me like other garbage. But I still want to do right by their kid. And in this situation, if I'm correct about your paternity test stuff, all of that, you should be doing the right moral thing by telling people the truth. Especially those who are connected to Charlotte firsthand.
We've been over this. I tried to be Mr. Good Guy. Tried to always do the right thing, and it got me nowhere. I love you and I'm devoted to you, and I will never let anything happen to you. But I'm also looking out for myself and my daughter. I'm going to be selfish with my daughter. One of the best traits that a parent can have, I've learned, is selfishness when it comes to their kid, because that's love. When you just want them all to yourself. I haven't gone as far as to call child services on Miranda or any of that. I even stopped the report. So maybe I still am a good guy in that sense. But hell, I will do whatever it takes. I don't want to talk about this anymore, Tiffany. It's getting me upset.
Brian, I think I'm right about everything. And I think you're hiding it and you're collapsing and you're losing yourself because you don't know how to handle any of this stuff. And I think that I made a mistake by being so harsh on you and telling you that I would leave you based off of certain circumstances. But I'm telling you now, like, you can tell me the truth. I'm here for you. If Charlotte's not your daughter, if you're infertile, whatever the case may be, I am here for you. I can help you through it. I don't want you to deal with this by yourself. I'm sorry if I was insensitive.
You're an intelligent and beautiful woman, inside and out. You have great emotional intelligence. You're caring. You're everything that I've ever wanted in a partner. But I'm going to ask you to just not talk about Charlotte and not talk about Miranda, and don't worry about my mental state. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to have a good time at work. And I will be okay. I also learned that in a relationship, it is not about babysitting one another. I have a crap ton of problems in my head, a lot of baggage, but if I don't allow them to come to the surface, sometimes I will, but for the most part I won't, then you don't gotta worry about them. Okay? I'm gonna go to work now.
Okay. Enjoy your work trip.
Look, as the kids would say nowadays, I am going to keep it 100 with you. When I first hired you to do everything that needed to be done with Agatha and that family, I was confident in my plans. I was. And little by little, each plan fell apart. And that is on me.
I respect you, and I am giving you my sincerest apology that I could not hold up my end of the bargain. I am not going to be able to get to Nanny Agatha. That's just fact. So, what can I offer you? What can I offer you to hold up my end of the bargain, aside from Agatha? Want some money? You want something else? I told you what I want from day one. I told you. And there's no compromise at all. Agatha, you know what I want. There's nothing else that fulfills me. You understand? No dollar amount, nothing. I'm convicted in my ways. I want what I want. Salvatore, I can't offer you that. I appreciate everything that you have done, but what I did for you was not just an average favor. It has repercussions to my life. This wasn't me fixing your roof or fixing your sink and you couldn't pay me. It's bigger than that. Because of you, I now have to live with what I did. And I can't. I can't go on much longer with what's in my head because of you. I asked you for one thing in return for the biggest favor that you've ever gotten out of anybody. And you can't even hold that favor up. I understand. I understand that I now have put you in a position where you have to live with what you did. This is not how it was supposed to turn out. It's not. It's on me. If you're backing out right now, if you're telling me that you're not going to be able to do any of this, then are you telling me you don't need a deadline anymore? Maybe I should just what? Confess to Mill now? Confess to the police or whatever? Tell them that I'm the killer and that you were behind it? Are we scrapping the deadline now that you know you're not going to make what I need you to make? No. Keep to your deadline. Give yourself that time. Maybe you'll change your mind, and maybe you'll want money or something. Look, we don't have to acknowledge any of this anymore. We can end this whole thing and go our separate ways. Are you delusional? Are you out of your mind? You don't live in a realistic world. You live in your little institute. That's where you're living. Because you can go down that street and I can go down this street and we can part ways. Great. But you and I are forever entwined by this murder. You hired me. I did the job. We're both guilty. And there's no hiding that. Because my girlfriend has the evidence. And your confession's out there somewhere. Just won't tell you where. Right. Okay. She who's going to take that little piece of fabric from her? She deserves to have it after what you did. And it's not about who she's gonna give that fabric to. She's the one that's going to deliver the justice. I hope you know that. Well, you were blackmailing me with your devices. And I know that you, the devices that I got from you, I'm sure you're well aware that I took them. The recording is not on there. You beat me to it. So you have evidence on me, right? For the murder. That incriminates you as well. You now have given your girlfriend a smoking gun, which incriminates both of us, right? Something I didn't think through. We're both in it here. We're both going to get the hammer. So how do we stop this? You can talk to your girlfriend and tell her that you made that up. Maybe, no. No. I can't live with myself. I need the justice. And if I need the justice and you're not keeping up your end of the bargain, then you need the justice too. I am begging you to help me find a way out of this. It's over, Jonathan. You and I are done. We're facing justice, whether that's in cuffs or whether that's my girlfriend. Those are the only options you're looking at. There's no other way out. So spend all the time that you can with your wife. Eat the foods you like. Watch the shows you love. Because you're either never going to see them again, or you're going to be thinking about them from a jail cell. I refuse to believe that it's over.